Hello again. Welcome back to In Between Friends, where we chat about baby-related, pregnancy-related info. I am Erin. This is Rebecca. Let's chat.
Done.
We are actually specifically answering a question today that my lovely husband answered. We actually fielded him for a couple of his concerns, and I was so enthralled to be able to see what was on his mind. I love the way that he thinks, and so we're going to chat about it because this helps me. As much as it's an answer to his question, it helps me with a question I didn't even know I had, or maybe an issue I didn't know that I had.
Yes.
His question was, how do dads fit into the equation with infants? Specifically when all they kind of want is their moms, and the moms are kind of the bread and butter for those child. He kind of spitballed a little bit off that question and asked, how do I fit into the equation too when my wife can tend to be a little bit of a perfectionist? I'm really biting the bullet on this one, people, okay? I've just let you into my marriage and let you into my home a little bit. But it makes sense. I do. Yeah. Sometimes a man can't even take out the trash properly without my 2 cents of what would have been a better route or something. So I understand that, at how to let him be a dad. So there we go.
Gosh, it's so easy when the attention for the whole entire pregnancy has been on you. Mm-hmm. And you are the one truly like making everything work right now. Mm-hmm. And then to say to him, give me 100% of you.
Yeah.
And the hard thing is to understand that this is a huge learning curve for dads. Especially first-time dads, it's a huge learning curve for you.
Yeah.
It may come a little more instinctually for moms, but that doesn't weighed out dads at all. Dads are still such an integral part. And you want to start in that first like 2-3 months of bringing your infant home, of really setting your husband up for success.
Yeah.
Part of that is making sure that you're not being critical, that you're a partnership, that you're asking him questions like, hey babes, do you think it's better if I hold the baby like this? Or if I hold the baby, on my arm and try to burp him that way? What do you think? All of a sudden they're like, she cares about what I think? Maybe I have something to say on the subject.
Yeah.
And then it would encourage them to then ask you questions back. What do you think is better? Or how do you think we should do this? Or what about the bottle? We tend to be bossy. We tend to think that we know it all. And we don't. And we're not going to. So making sure that you are encouraging, especially in those first couple of months. I would say also that don't be afraid to leave him alone with your baby. Your baby will live.
Yeah.
Go to the grocery store by yourself. He's not going to learn if you're always hovering. Yeah. Like we called them when we were teaching helicopter parents. They were always hovered over their children.
My favorite types of parents, totally.
But make sure that you're not doing that to your poor husband. He's capable. He's intelligent. He's a man. He knows how to keep your child alive.
Yeah.
So I would just say, and allow him to also take the baby to burp, to feed if you're doing bottles. If you wanted to go outside, take him for a walk, playtime, talk time. You get in the shower and he entertains them time, whatever. I mean, my husband was watching football with my son when he was 2 months old, trying to explain to the game. It's just the sound of the voice to the infant and that closeness. I'm in your lap. We're talking, we're in relationship, which is going to really set them up later on.
Yeah.
Also know that your husband may not immediately bond with an infant because an infant is much like a blob, like a sack of potatoes. It doesn't really interact. It doesn't look at you and smile. It doesn't coo back till about 3 to 6 months, depending on the development of your child. And then your husband will become more like, oh, they recognize me. They hear my voice. Their head turns towards my voice. And then all of a sudden when the husband gets that feedback, that dad gets the feedback of the child like interacting, he'll become more involved.
Yeah.
So make sure that you are being really, really purposeful about involving him, letting him try things on his own, and make sure that you are getting away and allowing that relationship to develop without you.
Yep. I love that. I think so many of the task-specific things that he feels like he can do will answer themselves if he's left alone with it. Then he realizes, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this without being told because he realizes he's capable.
And he's also watching you do what you're doing.
Yeah.
So really by you just modeling what you're doing with the baby, he'll follow suit.
Totally. Love that my lovely husband was thinking in those directions, though. And hope that your husband's thinking in that way, too. I would encourage you to even ask your husband, you know, what questions do you have about this? Let's talk about, you know, how we can better prepare for this beginning stages of infancy. What does your role in this, what do you hope your role in this looks like? We do hope for fabulous relationships on all parts, and that this is just a great partnership going forward for the better health of you and the better health of your child. Please leave your comments and feedback below, or check out our vlog at www.inbetweenfriends.com, and we look forward to talking with you again. Have a great day.
Take
Bye.
care.